I've only done one video for this year, and I thought, that's ridiculous. That needs to change. So I am back in my fruit salad dress, ready for the summer. Hi guys, if you don't remember, I'm McKenna, stitching in sequins, and I'm here to update you on the very minimal amount of stitching that I have been doing, and talk about 1884, and a review of my Dubco stand that I finally received. I'll talk about all of that later. So I hope you guys have been well. I still have been watching FlossTube, very little. I think there's times, kind of with all of us, there's moments when we feel burnt out watching FlossTube. So I've just been watching a lot of true crime stuff, and the last couple weeks I've been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I've been sucked into that. So yeah, I hope you guys though have all been well. Missed you, and I'm excited to finally be back to talk about stitching. What I've just been up to personally since the last time you guys saw me, which was January. I've been traveling a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, of course, I bring you guys along with my adventures. I have more trips, of course, planned for the remainder of the year, as well as trips for the summer. I'll be going to the New Jersey cross-stitch retreat the end of July. If I can fit in another or find another cross-stitch retreat that interests me, then I'm totally down for going to one of those as well. Boys are good. Joe's good. Bo and Charlie are great. I've had a couple more additions to my skull human bone collecting. I purchased a ulna and a tibia, as well as 3 human individual vertebrae, like the disc parts. And then with Mother's Day coming up, which I don't do Mother's Day, I don't do flowers or cards or chocolates or all that crap. I don't think that I need a special day for myself or any of that. Okay, I'm busy. So I bought myself another human skull. So once he arrives, I will show him off in all of his glory. He's about mid-18th century, so start thinking of names, because I'll take name suggestions in my next video when he arrives. Oh, I also purchased a casket plaque that says "at rest" on it, and I love it. That hasn't come yet either. But no, all is well. The boys and I recently took a trip up to the Pacific Northwest. My grandma lives in Washougal, Washington, and her health is on the decline. She is on hospice, and my grandpa died a little over a year ago, and she's ready. She's ready to go see him again, and she knows that her time is limited, and so I feel very fortunate that I am able to sort of travel when I want. And the boys came along. Joe stayed home. Joe and Erwin had had a weekend together, boys' weekend. But first time I've ever traveled with the boys. And that was interesting, just because I'm used to traveling solo, just by myself. So it was weird having them tag along with me. But it was a very like bittersweet trip, very emotional. And when we left, I told my grandma, I said, I'll be back. I'll come and see you again. I promise. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So I am on call. If hospice informs us that she has days left, then I'll just book a one-way ticket up there and be with her. I want to definitely be with her till the end, just like how I was with my grandfather. But I can see myself going up there for a weekend, and just if it's just sitting with her in her chair and I stitch and she sleeps or does word searches or goes and takes a nap, but just being in the same house as her, I could see myself doing that. And I do want to do that while she's still with it and understanding, before her brain kind of starts shutting down, because I got a new tattoo yesterday. Yesterday was also my grandfather's, would have been his 94th birthday. So I thought it was only fitting that I go and get her signature tattooed on my arm. So, let's see. Patricia A. Palladini. This is her signature. She wrote a couple different versions of it in her amazing handwriting last weekend on paper. So, yeah, I absolutely love it. And over time, it will kind of spread or not look so perfect. Just how tattoos age. But my tattoo artist also said he used a smaller point needle, where my dad's signature and my grandpa's signature, he said the artist definitely used not the tiniest. So, doesn't matter. I kind of like the imperfection of it. But yeah, but it's healing nice. Didn't even, I know it looks weird, like, oh, it's not straight on your arm, but it is. It's just weird how it looks with your wrist turned. So, so yeah, I got to make a date to go back and see her. The pain was not even remotely close to the other tattoos I've received. You can kind of compare it to like a cat scratch on like sunburned skin. This guy said, okay, I'm going to do one little line of it so you kind of feel that pain again. And he did it, and I said, is that it? And he's like, yeah. And I said, I don't want to jinx it, but that was nothing. And if this is how it's going to feel for the rest of the tattoo, I said, I want my whole body done. Yeah, lightest touch, absolutely amazing. So I already told him my idea for my next tattoo that I want on my other on this forearm. I think I'm done adding here. I definitely don't know who else. There's no other names that I can think of that I would want to add to this. So I think my left arm is done. I'm not doing sleeves. But yeah, I have an idea here. Here's actually right here. It's a image out of a 1840s Italian medical book. It's an anatomical skeleton. So in the future, got to contact him and work out all that. So, all right, let's talk stitching. What have I stitched? So for a long period of time, stitching just was not calling me at all. my current projects, wanting to start something new. Why? Because I have been so busy for you guys with 1884 Stitchery. I wake up, I come into my office, sometimes I put pants on, sometimes I don't, and I work like 10, 12-hour days, no lie. Joe and the boys will totally vouch for me. Nobody can tell me shit that I don't work hard. And I want to put stuff up to sell, inventory. I'm making phone calls, I'm making cold calls, I'm making deals, I'm strong-arming people. I'm charting, I'm sending out emails, follow-up emails, maybe bugging some people. One woman show right here in the fruit salad dress with Michael and Bo and Charlie. So there were weeks, dare I even say a month or two, I didn't touch stitching at all. So I'll talk about my Dubco stand at the end. But it arrived and I thought, okay, maybe I'll stitch on my Quaker Mermaid Maritime. I think it's Quaker Maritime, the work basket. And maybe it being on the Dubco stand and I can sit here or in my chair and stitch, maybe that will kind of bring it back. It has. I think all I needed to do was just sit the hell down and stitch instead of working so much in front of my screen. I needed to just take time to sit down. And I wasn't allowing myself that because I wanted to do more on 1884 and spend a whole day charting or uploading stuff, because I'm still getting people's stashes, which I'm not complaining about. If you're interested in me buying your stash you no longer are stitching on or wanting, contact me. But I think I just needed to sit down and stitch and it would have all come back, but I wasn't allowing myself to do that. So getting the stand and working with it and loving it, yeah, I spent 2 evenings working on my Quaker Mermaid and I got her done. This is on 40 count, some unknown grayish color, using DMC 4022. This is just their variegated, 1 thread over 2. And yeah, I love how she turned out. I think she's super cute. I mean, look, she's got heart boobs. Loved how the variegation was. I was not, when I do variegated thread, I do not do X by X. I go all the way down and come all the way back. And that's what I did with this. I was I was actually doing it line by line. So you can see like this part, I actually did go all the way and then came back. I definitely wanted the variegation to go from left to right. So yeah, I love how she came out. You're going to be like, McKenna, you finished it and it's not framed up. I looked at all my frames, but she doesn't fit in a 5x7 because she's wider. So she's going to be I take her with me when I go thrifting, and maybe I can find like a small ornate frame for her. All right. So because she is done, the project I want to work on next or put some stitches into, Sampler Sisters of the Thread, the primitive needle. This was actually my New Year, New Start. And I've probably worked, I mean, who cares what I showed you last time because it's been a while, so you guys wouldn't know. But I know I definitely worked on it since my last video. I'm stitching this on 36 count maple sugar from Lakeside Linen. And I love it on this color. I am using the Weeks Dye Works because it's charted in weeks. So I think if I have the weeks, I use it, and if not, then I use something similar. But yeah, so I'm excited to get back to this and put stitches on it. And I really like working on 36 count, 1/2. I like the coverage. And anytime you can just use one thread, I'm totally for it. And I just got a eyelash in my eye so you can watch me tear up or cry or something. Oh my God, really? Right now? Well, on video? Of course, that's how it happens. With wearing contacts. Fantastic. Is it gonna move? Nope. Hold, please. All right, back. Purchases. I have made purchases. Charts, so I can chart and re-release the designs. But purchases that I've made for myself. These I bought long ago, and they've been sitting in my drawer. Because whatever I finish or things I want to show you guys, I put in this drawer here, and then I know when I do a video, open it up and all my stuff is in there. So I want to say the second order of fabric that I received from Needle and Flax. Remember, I am the only fully online shop besides Rachel's where you can find Needle and Flax. I also ship internationally. So, follow 1884 Stitchery either on Facebook or IG for when I do get a delivery. I put it up, which I did a few days ago, and it all sold out within an hour because her stuff is amazing. The second shipment I believe that I received from her, I actually kept one of the fabrics for myself. This is the only one that I've ever kept for myself. And I kept it for a Macintosh sampler that I'm going to need stitched for me in the future, but I haven't even charted it or gotten around to even looking at it. So I thought I'm not going to just hold on to this fabric that I have set aside for it. Either use it or put it up on 1884 to sell. So I've never stitched anything on Rachel's fabric, and I love this piece. 36 count Steinbach. Absolutely amazing. Do you want to go out now? He wants to come in, then he wants to go out. All right. So these two charts are from Corgi Collection. Adoration. Which is just a angel kneeling, but I really love it. And then this is Danielle Stitcherista's fault. She showed this. I've always liked it, and I think it's because it's like the red-black combination. I don't think I would do the band on the bottom because it's a big floral mimicking of the one on the top. Garden Fair, Courtney Collection. Yeah. So I had kept this aside for myself to do this on, and I wouldn't do it in the black and the red combo. Yeah, it's just black and red. So who knows? It's going in my stash though. But other than that, that's it on cross stitching personal on my end. So let's talk about some 1884 stuff. I also will have more needle and flax coming, so if you follow me on social media, you will be informed when I get more needle and flax in. So since the last time you guys saw me, I have released what I could think of, and I'm looking back, 6 new charts, new designers, carrying new designers, all that stuff. So I wanted to, in case you don't follow me, you don't have social media, you'll be able to see here those new releases. I am working with Threads of Gold sampler reproductions. The first one that we decided to re-release is Anne Passfield. And there is Anne. 253 by 342. But if you only want to do sections of her, go for it. Yeah. But this was really, really fun to chart. And I do all the charting for all of these designs that I re-release and bring back to you guys. I do all of the charting. I have software and get the colors downloaded into it and sit there and click away and make it. And then I hire someone to make it look all pretty and amazing. So more Threads of Gold designs coming soon. PDF, hard copy, first time ever, these new re-releases being available in PDF format. Let's go to Merrily Beams. Rule of conduct. Just 6 DMC for this one. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. Merrily Beams. And I still have a good stack of designs from Merrily to be re-released. So new to I met this designer in Nashville, and we chit-chatted, and I told her my idea and she loved it. Hands to work. Blooms of Spring. I didn't have a paper copy. I could have easily printed one out to show you, but this is how the front of it looks. So, Blooms of Spring and Hands to Work. Available on 1884 Stitchery. I have more Hands to Work designs. I've already charted 2 others. So those will be coming. Sheepish Designs, Sheepish Antiques. Sheepish Designs. We have the Hedgehog Sampler. How freaking adorable. Love the colors, love the hedgehog. I love how this tree is. Just really, really fun. Now this is the original pamphlet one, but this is what I worked from. But you can get it in paper copy, PDF, really, really cute. Even just doing this bottom section and not doing the letters, the alphabet, this just would be really cute all on its own. So yeah, hedgehog sampler. And I have separate tabs on my website. If you click on the More tab all the way to the right, it will do a drop down and you will find, if you look, Hands to Work, Sheepish Designs, Merrily Beams, Threads of Gold. I also have quite a few Threads of Gold charts. But the only one that I have re-released is Anne Passfield. So you will see that because my re-releases will be first on the whole list. You will see a hard copy version and a PDF copy version. All the Threads of Gold charts afterwards are paper copy and are the copies that I have that I received from the designer. Of Female Worth, you guys have been beyond supportive of me bringing back Of Female Worth and getting Mary some money. My two latest re-releases, Mary Fleming 1850. What is it? What does the thing say? Mary Fleming's verse reads, "See the leaves around ye falling, dry and withered to the ground, thus to thoughtless mortals illing in a sad and solemn sound." Yeah, I thought just really cute and simple. And fan favorite, people bugging me saying, please find a copy of this because I need to have copies, original copies, so I can use that to then re-release the new ones. I am not just making copies of the old charts. I'm sitting down and copying them, making the symbols better, clear, more Stitcher friendly. So, Harriet Broadhead, 1849. These girls are amazing with their checkered dresses. But Harriet Broadhead, very fun. So if any of those interest you, head on over to 1884stitchery.com. Only place you will find them. What is coming soon? I can show you two designs that I have already fully charted out, and when I am given the go-ahead to send more charts to get all prettied, I'm going to be sending these ones. Sheepish Antiques, Sarah Salter, circa 1815. I love the colors. The middle flower vase thing is so funky. And it reads, Sarah Salter worked to this in the 8th year of her age, a present for grandmother. I call BS that she did this when she was 8 years old. Don't want the glare. There we go. I mean, come on. Super cute. So that one will be coming soon. And then Mary Livesey sampler, 1832. Of Female Worth. This has been on other people's bucket list. Look at the turkey. The turkey. He was fun to rechart. Mother of a chart, but it is, I think it's a stunner, and you stitch this on some needle and flax linen. Done. So, keep an eye out. These will be coming down shortly. What else? I think that's it. You guys might notice a little bit of a different setup. I wanted to give myself more working space on my desk. So I actually got a clear monitor stand and have my laptop plugged in down below, but I have it where the screen is closed but it's still on and then projects everything onto the monitor. So it's so much easier since I've been using this setup to chart stuff. My blue little cabinet thing, cubby thing, is here. This other piece of furniture I just got a few weeks ago from IKEA. I needed more drawer space, pull-out cabinets, drawers to organize folders of all my female worth charts, my Merrily Beams charts, and yeah, up above I also had my Virtue, my long dog sampler, my Virtue piece. I moved that into our bedroom, and this is my Sacred to the Memory, which is available. If you click the tab 1884 Stitchery exclusives. This is a piece that I bought, charted, and it's available. So that was on this wall, and I moved it here. So yeah, just a little reorganizing, giving me more desk space, more workspace. And I think that's all I have to share with you guys. I will be back way sooner than the first video to now, because I love making these videos. I love showing you guys, updating you guys with everything, if it's personal or business related. So if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to put them down below, and I will message you back. Follow me on all, well, I was going to say all the social medias, but I'm just on IG and Facebook. Stitching in Sequins is my personal. You will see my stitching, my blackmailing photos, and you can follow me on 1884 Stitchery on my IG. That's where I post when I'm adding new inventory, be it fabric, threads, new needle and flax shipments, whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys will see me soon. Bye.